Hi and welcome to Ramsack's top tips for Microsoft 365, and today we're looking at the Viva Insights app, which is part of Microsoft Teams. So I've already installed the Insights app and you'll see it on the left hand side of my menu bar here. If you haven't installed it yet, then you can find it very easily by clicking on apps and just searching for Insights, and then it will just appear in the menu bar. So Insights has been developed by Microsoft as a bit of a well-being app, and in response to some of the phenomena of post-COVID working and working from home, where we're perhaps all lacking from that structure of a bookend of a commute at the start and end of our day. It's under development at the moment. We hear that there are some integrations coming with the Headspace app as well to really increase the sort of the wellness focus of Insights. But I think it's a really nice little app. So if I just click on it on the left hand side, then I get this screen. It tells me good morning. If I've got an upcoming appointment, it tells me what my next appointment is. And it also asks me to rate how I'm feeling. So if I just click that I'm feeling very pleasant, it records that, and I can have a look at my reflection history, and it will show me how my mood has changed over a given period, which I think is really nice, and just a bit of a mindful moment to sit back and think, well, how am I feeling today? There's an opportunity to send praise to my colleagues, which makes everybody feel great. So I can choose various different reasons to give feedback. So let's just make a team player award to Simon. Make this a one-to-one chat and just add a note to say, hi Simon, really appreciated the input you gave on the Acme proposal. And if I just preview that, this is what Simon is going to get on his chat window from me. So just a nice little feel good. If I click on stay connected, it just reminds me of any outstanding actions that it thinks I might have missed. Just looking at conversation history. So here it's spotted that in an email or a conversation I had with Lou, I mentioned, do you know where that would be, to see if you can update it to 21. It's picking up that this might still be an outstanding question, and I can just mark that as done. And on protect time, I really like this. It looks in my diary for today and tomorrow, and it spots any gaps where it thinks I might be able to create space in my diary. One of the phenomena of working at home in lockdown that lots of people are reporting is a real lack of structured time. We're not as good at taking time to stop for lunch, for example, and our diaries are just being filled up because there's no commute between meetings, so people just see a slot in our diary and they book things in. So with the protected time, it's spotted that between 3:30 and 5:30 today, there's nothing in my diary, so I can book that time. And it will clear it out in my diary. But also when that time starts, my Teams status will change to in focus time, and that effectively becomes do not disturb time for other people, so messages don't get through to me, which is really lovely. And we'll come back to this virtual commute in just a moment. Back in the home page, it's also prompting me to spend a minute focusing on my breathing to help reduce stress. So if I start that, it gives me a really lovely 1 minute guided breathing exercise, which is a really lovely mindful moment if you've never done it. Now, you're probably thinking, that's fine, I could install this app and then I will never remember to do any of this. Well, Teams has taken care of that for you as well, because in the early setups, it will ask you what time you want to do this, and I get in my activity window I get a reminder. So at 9 o'clock this morning, it prompted me to say, how are you feeling? And it just prompted me to go in and record my my reflections for the day. So, and it does the same in the evening. So I told it to tell me to wrap up at 6 p.m. and that's where it will tell me it's time to begin my virtual commute. So let's just talk about that virtual commute. At 6 o'clock, Teams pops up and tells me it's time to wrap up my day and mindfully disconnect. So what does that look like? Well, if I click on Let's Go, it recognizes that writing down tasks that are currently on your mind can help keep them off your mind until you return to work. It's that whole concept of I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm thinking of something, I can't go back to sleep. Whereas if I write it down on a notepad next to my bed, my brain can kind of process the fact that it doesn't have to hold on to it anymore. So I can very quickly add a task to tomorrow's checklist. Once I've done that, it's going to show me my agenda for tomorrow. So it's going to tell me all of the things that I've got to face tomorrow, which I think is lovely. I'm certainly guilty of turning up in the morning, not always fully aware of what's in my diary. And so that just last minute check before I go home to give me a glance at tomorrow is lovely. It asks me again, how am I feeling after a day at work today? And then finally, it's going to end the day with that 1 minute guided breathing exercise again. And when I finish that, that's the end of my virtual commute. So that's the Microsoft Insights app. As I say, it's available in the App Store. If you install apps down this left-hand column and then find they disappear, another little quick tip for you is if you just right click on them, you can pin them. I've already pinned this one, so I can unpin it or I can pin it, and then that will just mean it stays there permanently. I hope that's useful. There's lots more information about top tips for Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Teams on our website at ramsack.com. Many thanks.